Here's how easy the show works. You send us a message saying, here's my dad, why don't you prank him? We pick up the phone, we prank his ass.
So let's get into it.
Hey, Tim and Eric. My dad used to be an opera singer. Will you prank him?
Hello?
Hello, this is Randy Horn.
Hey, there's nobody here.
Again, this is Randy Horn, and tomorrow is my son's 3rd birthday party. And we are looking for a special kind of performance. We heard that you were an opera singer, and we have a couple themes we want to hit. Some of his favorite things are Chinese food, rock climbing, and Alice in Chains.
This is all over my head. Can you call back?
The party is tomorrow. Let's put someone on that could grant my requests.
Oh, all right.
Hello?
Hey, this is Randy Horn. I'm booking a couple special performances for my son Harold Horn's birthday party tomorrow.
Really?
And he's very hard of hearing.
What do you want me to do?
Get a bunch of sleep tonight because you will need to scream that opera in that boy's ears.
I think I'm losing my mind. You want my husband to say something?
Hello?
Okay, I'm just going to give you a couple lines of the song.
Well, as you can tell right now, I don't have any voice.
Got my pills against mosquito death. My buddy's breathing his dying breath.
Against mosquito death. Fish and geese and ducks better scurry when I take you out in the Surrey.
Wow, that's beautiful. I think this is going to work for Harold. Why don't you be over at 12 o'clock?
Thanks for calling.
What kind of singing was that?
Oprah.
That's our prank show. We did the best we could.
Tim and Eric have once again revolutionized a new form of media, the Snapchat media, with Tim and Eric's Totally Prank Your Dad Snapchat show. Chat show.
Hey, my dad owns a picture framing store and he's really into YouTube. I'd really like to prank him.
Hello?
Hi, is this picture framing?
Yes.
Who am I speaking with?
This is Mark.
Hey, Mark. My name's Mark, too. My son Connor's birthday is tomorrow. He is a big U2 head. He's got Bono all over his books and his walls. I wanted to basically get a big blow-up picture of Bono so he could have it above his bedpost.
Do you have the image yet?
It's about the size of a postage stamp. It's so small and very low res. And it's the only shot of Bono I could get where he's smiling, because the guy don't smile.
Starting to think about that now. I think you're right about that.
Can you slap on a smile if I found a frowny Bono?
So what do you...
In other words, if I had stock image of a big smiling fool showing his teeth, and we got a good shot of Bono, we could Photoshop that smile on. I wonder if I could come down there and take a couple pictures of your mouth with a big smile. That way I can Photoshop that in. How are your teeth? Yellow or white or what?
Pretty sure we can find a better candidate than me.
Okay. Well, I just need a picture of Bono smiling like the Cheshire Cat. Can you do it or not?
I can frame it.
Okay. Thanks for the info on that.
Thanks. Goodbye.
Really interesting fun fact about the band U2 is that the lead singer's family were very into clowning. His father named him Bozo. He became a rock star early on, and he said, I can't be Bozo in the U2, so he changed his name to Bono.
You flip that Z over on his side and you get yourself an N.
Hey, Tim and Eric. My dad's a photographer. Will you prank him?
Hello, this is Eli.
Hey, man. It's my son Roy's big high school graduation coming up, and I'd love to do a nice portrait of him and I, but I have a lot of technicals I'd love to talk to you about.
Okay. Sounds intriguing.
You know, our family is very open, and we love to do a semi-nude portrait. And my son Roy has long dreadlocks, so we could pose him in a proper way so those dreadlocks cover his tip and his testicles. You know, we can't show a nude portrait to a high school class, but if we could pose the dreadlocks just to cover the tip and the testicles, I think we could get away with something that's both artistic and also celebratory for him.
Okay. What's your budget?
We have about 20,000 for this. We just want to celebrate our family. My wife and I are nude dancers. We're more in the art scene. We both be on stools, and we both be in the nude, and I probably would need your help to arrange the dreadlocks to cover the tip and the testicles. You know, we have a saying around the house, as long as the tip and testicles are covered, it's fine. You know,
right.
We have a forest behind the house. Maybe we can use that as a nice background. And we also have a family dungeon.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to pass on this. I really appreciate the call.
All right. Well, I appreciate just the back and forth.
Of course. Yeah, I wish you the best, and thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Tim and Eric. My dad, Ken, works at a bait shop, and his favorite food is pizza. Can you please prank him?
Can I help you?
You guys stocked bait?
Yes, we do.
So I got a situation. My 7-year-old son, he's a bit of a worm nerd. I'd want to bring him in about an hour before we head to the pond and let him squirm around with those little critters and get his hands dirty. And what if I brought a small film crew with me? Because we're documenting every single moment of my little boy's life. And this weekend will be the first weekend we're taking him pond fishing. He's telling me, he's like, I don't want to put the hook into the squirmy worm because he's got his head thinking that these worms give a shit. So what I want to do is get a nice shot of my 7-year-old worm nerd coming in your store and let him and pick out his prize worms out of your dirt bucket. Maybe toss some worms around, maybe toss some worms up against the wall. Depending on what you guys are comfortable with, I'd be glad to compensate you, $25 gift certificate to Papa John's or whatever it is.
I don't know. I never had an opportunity like that.
Basically, I show up there when you guys open up so I can get my crew in and get some establishing shots and get a couple lights thrown up. Then my wife is going to drop off my son. He doesn't know what's coming. Basically, it's a bit of a surprise. I'm going to pop out from behind the camera and say, remember me?
That's too involved for my summer, so I was very busy. We never had time to do that.
Yeah, well, we can scale that back, bring that down to only one camera, no lights.
I'm not interested.
I'm interested in getting you pizza.
That's okay.
You have no
not
interest in free pizza?
No, thank you, sir. Nope.
Is there any way I can come down there and just get my f-stop set so I know what I'm looking at? What do you think?
Hey, Tim and Eric. Would you prank my dad? He works as a foot doctor.
Hello?
Hello, Bill. It's Danny Drumson. How are you today? I have a little concern with my feet I hope you could help me out with.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to do is to step on snack foods, specifically jalapeno poppers, walk through with my bare foot and feel the cheese. I'm wondering if there's anything you could do as a doctor to prepare my skin for that kind of experience. You know, I've worked with calluses before. Started by wanting to touch hot foods, and you know, I put my hands in them, and it burned. They were very irritated. Then I went down to my feet because I thought I had a big callus buildup, and then I laid out the jalapeno poppers, and they were piping hot. And I stepped on those snacks, and I did enjoy the hot cheese surrounding my foot, but it did leave quite a burn, and I was limping for a couple days. So I was thinking you and me could come up with a solution. There's some kind of gel, some kind of antibiotics I could be taking to get my foot strength up so I could dip my feet in those hot cheese snacks.
No, nothing at all. Well, I do have to move on and see my patient.
What about pizza sauce? If we do a layer of pizza sauce all over those snacks.
No, I've got to go. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks for your help. Have a good day.
If you watched our prank show and were like, haha, that's awesome, I want more, what you want to do is Snapchat your dangus and send it right over to me at DankNugs. The things in life that we love are pranks and our dads. So we thought, why don't we put those together and prank your dad?
We are coming after you, Dad. We got your number, and we're calling it, and it's Prank City time now.
Hey, Tim and Eric. My dad works in a music store. Can you prank him?
Hello, how can I help you?
I'm making a documentary about my son, Troy, who's 7 years old.
Okay.
You know, I've got his first baseball game, his first day of school. I want to show his first time picking up a guitar. The basic plan would be we'd come into your shop about an hour before Troy arrives, and Troy would be blindfolded and be led in through the store. At that point, I will appear in disguise and reveal myself to be Troy's father.
You probably want to talk to our manager about that.
I would ask that you would come in a little early and I could hook you guys up with some extra cash for your time.
Okay.
What size shirt do you wear?
I wear an extra large.
Okay, I can get you a Gerard shirt. You familiar with Gerard? I do merch for them.
No, that's okay.
I'm not saying that's the compensation. I'm just saying that's a perk.
Like I said, I'm not really interested. Not really.
Okay, so you're not interested in a Gerard shirt. He's on the shirt squatting over his female fan. And you know what's coming out of Gerard. It's actually banned in a few states because of the content. So now you're getting yourself into something that's got some value if you want to sell it on eBay.
Okay.
Hey, Tim and Eric, my dad loves fireworks. Can you prank him?
Hi.
Hey, Paul, it's Gene.
Gene.
Gene Hamill.
Oh, Gene. Hey.
Hey, listen, I got your number through a pal who said you do some stuff with the works. Fireworks.
Yes.
Super duper. Listen, my son is coming up on his first wedding anniversary. Get this down. His name is Skunk. And we're basically going out on a tuna boat this weekend. And my dream is, on our way back in, what I want to do is light up the sky with some beautiful fireworks provided by you. And ideally, we're going to see in the sky there, Skunk, what would I do without you? An alternate is, Skunk, keep pressing on, because the relationship that he has right now with his so-called wife it's on the rocks. But, if we could stink up that sky with those big S-K-U-N-K letters, that's the dream. Maybe even get a little cartoon skunk up in the sky.
What, sorry?
I'm just spitballing. I don't know how much that's going to cost.
So just so you know, we can't spell words out.
Yes, we can. Trust me.
Well, first of
all, stop thinking small and think big, because I basically have bottomless pockets. You're talking to a guy with a tuna boat here, Joe. I'm not a fireworks expert. You tell me what I can and can't do. Floor is yours. Hello?
You know what I love about this show is my prank calls, but my second favorite thing would be the pranks that you do.
Oh, thank you very much. That's not the kind of compliment I'm fishing for.
This is what dads feel like after they hear about Tim and Eric's dad prank show on Snapchat. Oh, I got all these mortgage bills, and I gotta worry about being pranked by Tim and Eric. Oh, this is a weird number. Maybe it's my daughter. Maybe she's in trouble. Hello, honey?
It's Tim and Eric pranking the shit out of you.
This is a shit world.
Check out this prank.
Hey, Tim and Eric. My dad's a big Green Bay Packers fan. Could you prank him? It would mean a lot to him.
Hello?
Hey, Tim. It's William Borg from the Green Boy Packers Project. How are you today?
Good. From the Green Boy Packers Project?
Green Boy Packers. It's a play off the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
We just have a really cool photo project we're doing for charity for children that suffer from Green Boy. Which is where children, their growth is stunted and they have a very green glow. So we're trying to take that medical condition and spin it around with fans of the Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
You'll come in, we'll take a picture of you and your son, shirts off, and we will green you up. We'll paint you down, and we'll charge you about $750. 10% of that will go to kids that suffer from Green Boy. Let me ask you one more question. Are you a tubby dad? Because we will need to bring extra paint for this project.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think I'm completely interested. I do appreciate your time.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
All right, you too. Bye.
Hey, that's our prank show.
I am a bad, bad boy, and you'll see why right now.
Hey, Tim and Eric. My dad loves buying things on Craigslist. Will you prank him?
Hey, this is Jeff.
Hey, Jeff, it's Brad Collins. We spoke going on a year ago. You responded to a Craigslist ad, and I wanted to bring you up to speed on a couple things I've got.
Okay.
You have a minute?
Sure.
Well, I think this is something you're interested in. We did get back the Dutch apple baskets that were really in high demand, and now they kind of went off the shelf.
I'm not. What is a Dutch apple basket?
What do you think? They're basically what you want to do with your Dutch apples. You put them in a basket. There's a Dutch apple basket. Obviously, they can be used for all sorts of dumb shit, but I like to put Dutch apples in them. What else? I got pubic bones. These are from animals that have been hunted and stuffed and collected. And we have Seinfeld DVDs.
Yeah, I don't think any of those sound like things I need.
I have the bass used on Gerard's first album, if you're interested in the music of Gerard. I have a corncob pipe. I have an Arby's sauce instruction kit on how to make your own Arby's sauce at home. I have about 6 dozen tuna cans that have not been opened. I have 1 tuna can that's open. I could get that out to you tonight. I got a nice Gateway tower. Are you familiar with Gateway computers? This is a Gateway tower from '98.
No, go ahead and take me off your list because I'm not looking to acquire stuff.
You have a window that doesn't have a lock on it, or do you want me to break in and drop the items off that way?
I got to run. I got lots of work to do today, but thank you for the call.
I have a pornographic canoe.
I got to go. Bye.